for this call are to go through the board and see what issues we want to tackle, talk about some random documents that I made, maybe, or at least pass them to you guys or hear what Sam had to say about them. And then, yeah, support you guys through project management. And yeah, and Paulo, I'll pass it to you, Paulo. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
Regarding the progress I made this week, yes.
Okay.
But let's start first with the how was it?
The round intentions,
yeah.
distractions,
and the. Okay, so I'll start. Wait, Fabi and the others. Should we wait for them or?
No, they can come in. I'm going to chase them down while everyone else is talking. Oh, hey, Fabi.
So, distractions this week. Well, as I mentioned earlier, I've been busy with some family matters, so I haven't been very active on the chats and the channel. And yeah, I think that's all about distractions. And what was the other thing? I always forgot. Oh, sorry, I lost audio.
No, it's Griff who's muted.
Oh,
my bad. Intentions are
intentions.
Intentions for the call.
Intentions. Well, I wanted to discuss the progress on the Hatch connector and the front end, and the future steps. And I think that will be all. I'll pass it to Fabi.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Distractions. My regular job is taking some time for me, more than usual. And intentions is to catch up with all of you and see what's next, and also give my updates. I'll pass it to Seti.
Thank you, Fabi. My intention for the call is keep being synchronized. I'm doing backup record for Griff on the recording. Oh, okay, no worries, I got your back. And no distractions. I'll pass it to Sam.
Hello, guys. Well, today I feel quite sick during all the time. But intentions. I would like to. I won't be talking so much, but if I can, I will be here just in case I can add something. And I guess I pass it to Griff again. Griff, you're muted.
Sorry. Oh, Tam's not here anymore. Okay. And I think I keep missing Paulo's agenda topics, but I'll let you bring them up, Paulo, when we get there. Yeah, we'll put the board to the last. And Zep, I'm going to be facilitating the call, so I don't think I'm going to be able to figure out how to start the recording. So. Oh, hey, Tamara, did you have any intentions or distractions for the call? You're muted.
Yes, I am. My intentions are, just to listen and support however I can. but I will mostly be quiet, I think. And my distractions are my internet connection is fleeking. So sorry. Do I pass it back to you?
Sure. So I have two really quick issues. Well, one really quick issue. I have a manifesto, a proposed manifesto. Sam, did you get a chance to look at it? I didn't see your chance.
It was very long. That's the first thing that I think of that. But on the other side, if we have time today, we can check it out together.
Okay. I do not have time to do it together. I would need to do it async today, or we could.
No,
do that
I
tomorrow.
mean now in the call, just to get
Okay.
quick feedback from people.
Okay, cool. I'll put that to the end of the call if we can.
Yeah.
If we can do that. Okay, cool. And then disputable conviction voting and integrating Celeste. I would normally pass this to Sam, but I'll try to have him save his voice. Basically, talking with Will, it looks like Celeste is going to be ready, and he said that they should have launched already, but they're having some tough times with the UI. And I was actually going to see, Fabi, if you had any interest. I'll get in helping them with the conviction voting UI. But yeah.
Sure, I can help them.
I bet there would be a lot of benefit from hanging out with Fabri and Rodri on this, and then
Sure.
maybe then you'll end up being like, oh hey, I have some other problems with this issue. But I also think it'd be a really good political move for us to like start helping them with some of the gardens related Celeste stuff.
Cool. Sounds good.
It sounds amazing. Thank you for saying yes. I made an issue and we'll get there in a sec. But in general, the proposal is to take just start working with Celeste under the assumption that we will use whatever OneHive uses and support them in their smart contract reviews with Adria and support and also integrate Gardens, the Gardens template into Celeste from the get-go. Sam, do you have anything that I should add?
No, yeah, I think that it's a brilliant idea to help them. I think that we are a bit stuck with the tech UI, so I think that it can help a lot.
Cool. Paulo, Zep, or Tam, or Fabi, do you guys have any reservations about going the Celeste route? Or yeah.
I think it's awesome to help them on their projects.
Sorry, go ahead, Paulo.
No, yeah, that I think that way one can learn about how they develop things and enhance or the bond between TC and OneHive. So I think it's like a win-win for everyone.
Yes, and regarding Celeste, I think that it was going to be a needed upgrade for TC, but because we are going to be using OneHive's technology, and this is going to be the next thing for OneHive now. So if we want to keep updated with the technology, it's better to follow the steps, the steps. But at the same time, it's very important that we have a good understanding on what it will look like in order to have people of TC involved in that. And I think that this is the post that you wrote, Griff.
Mm-hmm. It's the starter.
Okay, I just wanted to cross post some of the posts in One Hive that talk about Celeste to understand them, and I think that it's also a good start. But I don't know if you can share now the post a little bit and do a little brief with us.
I guess I feel like we can get a lot more done in other directions, and I would just share these documents after than
Okay.
going over them in the call. I'm very proud of them. I kind of want to show them off, but especially the implementation spec. I'm really happy with that. But I'll just put them in the Gardens chat room after this call.
Okay.
It sounds like everyone gave the thumbs up on Conviction Celeste, so I think we should just move on. Paulo, do you want to go through your updates?
Yes. So basically, these couple of weeks I've been working on the main issue that we're having with the hatch that basically takes a long time to prompt the MetaMask confirmation window. I've been doing a couple of meetings with Gabi. He's been explaining things regarding the latest upgrades on the Aragon Connect API and how we can optimize the way we use the connector. So basically, I upgraded the Hatch frontend Connect library to the latest version that Gabi uploaded last week. I've been following his advice on how to improve some of the queries that we make to the subgraph to make it faster. And I've been migrating part of the logic that I implemented on the front end onto the connector to make the front end lighter and cleaner. So right now, I need to test the changes with a new test hatch. So I need to deploy a new hatch on XI and test the front end. So for that, I wanted to ask Sam if the latest version of the contracts are on GitHub. I mean, if the Gardens contracts repo is updated, so I can.
It is.
Okay, awesome.
I was wondering regarding that. If we, it's very difficult to do things with the current state of the framework. Like we have to test things on production and deploy the graph on npm, and it's a bit busy. But I still don't, or it's me that I still don't understand how to do things fast, or it feels like it's very difficult to develop quick, right? And one of the things that I wanted to do was to check out with Gabi if we can improve our development process with Garden Swarm with the templates and at least to be able to deploy things on local or something.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that Griff already was tracking this issue. But yeah, if we can track, if we can work with Gabi later and see if he has some other ways to be building things better than the ones that we are using, that will be great.
Yeah, we can discuss that with Gabi. So yeah, I want to make sure that everything works well. So I won't be updating the issues until I test the new hatch with a new with a new deployment. So yeah, that's the thing that I've been doing. Gabi said that he will be updating the Connect libraries again with new changes that provide us with new hooks that can make or front-end implementation more lighter, even yet. So for this week, I want to deploy the new test hatch to check the changes, and if everything works well, I'll commit the changes into GitHub, and maybe we can have a new updated version of the TEC hatch frontend.
Yeah, I was gonna say the current hatch that we have is broken. It won't upgrade, so we need to deploy a new hatch anyway and test the impact hours. We ran into a bug with impact hours, and we can't go further. We don't have the chance to even upgrade, so we need a new DAO anyway. And I don't know if it's possible to use the DAO that you deploy as that, or what do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I think that deploying the DAO is not going to be a big issue. It's like the rest of the things to check out if we have the is there some issue with the impact hours contract that it should be upgraded, but it failed again, and I still don't know if we have the latest version, or I mean it's a new version, but for some reason it still doesn't work.
So that's what I'm saying is we need to test the impact hours, right? With Paulo's new version as well, is the stuff that he's testing.
Yeah. Just to be aware that we have this problem, Paulo, in which in order to close the hatch, we have to mint tokens for each impact hour, and they are not minted because of a bug.
Oh, so basically we can't close the hatch for the moment. We can take a look into that with Gabi.
Okay.
Actually, Gabi told me that tomorrow he's free, so I don't know if you're still too ill to logging into Discord, I can discuss it with him.
Okay. No. I hope I can be tomorrow. I think that resting well will whatever, I will tell you.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, cool. Were there any other issues that I missed in there, Paulo, that you think I should capture and put on our board?
Oh yeah, there's another one that I assigned to myself a couple of days ago. The one, give me a moment. It's the issue number 3 on the tech hatch. The one that about that it should warn the user that you can contribute if you don't have CSTK tokens.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So I managed to show like a small info box and disable the text field and the button if the user doesn't have the tokens. So yeah, that's the other issue I've been working on.
Is it closed or is it still in progress?
I want to test everything once I deploy the new hatch. So before that, I wouldn't close the issue.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. And then Fabi, Paul, that's all your updates, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned you also had some updates you wanted to give.
Yeah. So last week I was working with Rodri from OneHive. He helped me like a whole day trying to identify the issue on the Tech UI library. Finally, we could find the issue is something related with one of the fonts. It was something like really weird. But yeah, we could fix that. So currently, I need to deploy the new npm package and update both projects, the hatch and the Tech UI. But yeah, it's almost done.
What was failing?
The font. The font was breaking the whole thing. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Really weird.
It was wow.
Yeah, we changed all the things that I was working, and one of the last pieces was the font. And when we see that the font was fading, was like, "Whoa, I can't believe this."
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
The font. When does the font break the application?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Also, I need to check with Fiore if we can change the font that is breaking the whole thing. I don't know.
Please just change it, and then we'll ask Fiore to fix it after that. Don't let Fiore block you from changing the font. Yeah, but and then she can. We'll have another redesign, or we'll have another round. So like she'll catch it, and we can make an issue around.
Cool. So that's all from my side.
Well, that's huge, man. That was a huge blocker for you. I know you've been working on that one. So congrats.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My computer's running a little slow today. Is it need a new font for what exactly? The TEC UI?
Yes.
I just tagged you in it. I'm sorry. I could write a
No
little
problem.
more. The issue is just to ask you, but yeah. Hopefully she'll see. Well, let's see, and I think that's it. Okay, let's go through the board. So there are some important issues that he's working on creating a smart contract. You're working on this warning. Fabi, do you think this week you'll be able to work with Fabri and Rodrigo?
Yeah, I will reach them out and see what on what can I help them.
Cool. Have you guys heard much from? Is it Rain? Yeah, from Rain on this topic, the TC help link.
No, not me.
Looks like he's got a pull request actually.
Let's see it.
All checks have failed. So I guess does someone want to review this?
Who? I can ask him, but if somebody else would like to check with him,
I can take a look.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Fabi.
thank you, Fabi.
Come on. Sorry, I don't know why my computer is so slow today. Maybe I'll close OBS since I'm not using it. Sorry, Zeppy. Okay, so improve hatch documentation for auditing. This is
Yeah, it's me.
oh, and Paulo said he'd help. He had a piece of this.
Oh yeah.
I am still working on the state machine diagram. I had a draft, but I am looking for a nice way to put it. But it was not prioritized because I was working on other stuff and didn't work on it since some time.
Okay. Is this still a priority for the week?
The priority should be Guarnadria, that we are going to take a little bit more of time.
Do you want to reach out to him right now and just give him a ping? Tell him that?
What should we say to him? Like,
Just that, oh, hey, we're a little delayed. We might need...
yeah, we are a little late. He was, on the other hand, he was going to be busy this month on the Berlin upgrade.
Hardcore. Yeah.
So maybe we should reschedule the freeze in the Zen Hub. so we can give him some other estimate.
Should we ask him to start reviewing the disputable conviction voting until we're done?
Yeah, that will be also a very good thing. But I didn't tell him anything about conviction voting.
Oh yeah. That's probably going to be a
We
big
were,
step.
yeah, we were working. Well, what I asked him was to review the first part, and told him when it's reviewed, we can review the second, the upgrade and the. I mean, one thing at a time. But since disputable conviction voting is already ready, I guess we could tell him that. But
What will it take to freeze the hatch smart contracts? Obviously, the impact hours thing isn't even working.
Yeah,
So
it's not working.
definitely can't freeze that. Not yet. So obviously getting that to work. And then is there anything else besides documentation that's blocking the hatch freeze?
I want to have ready the vote migration, at least, because maybe we do the vote migration and say, oh, maybe there is a better way to migrate that.
Okay.
And Gabi is still working on that, so I will wait until he has it. And if he cannot have it in the way that we are thinking that we can have it, then we will have to implement a new Aragon application to migrate everything, which should be also
Part of you.
But maybe we can put Adrian Will in contact.
So I'm trying to determine the timing on the hatch freeze though, because if we can get all the stuff done this week for the hatch freeze and get Adria on it, that would be very beneficial for us.
Yeah. I think that this is more priority now.
And then we can send them there. So
I think that I will need help from you guys. I am thinking on Paulo and Gabi on working on the documentation together, and this implementation spec is already going to be something quite useful for the code freeze. We can begin with it, but also the state machine and the comments on the code are going to be important. And so if we can work as a team in order to deliver a good source code and implement and documentation at the end of the week, then we can be more sure. Like be more comfortable by freezing the code. So maybe we can be working on that this week.
Yeah,
I haven't. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I can help with that. Maybe we can discuss it tomorrow too.
Okay.
Cool. And I also did a write-up on the hatch down mechanism. It's not perfect, but It's something. It's definitely still a draft, but it's done. It's a done draft. So I hope, don't judge me. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. But you can judge me all you want. Just hopefully those are good starters.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so then, well, does that seem like a good focus for the week? I mean, obviously, Fabi, we still want to, I still hope that you can, help Fabri and Rodrigo out, like even with all your time if you want, for the CV, but maybe really focusing on freezing these hash smart contracts, whatever it takes, and worrying less about some of the UI stuff. How does that sound to you guys? Paulo and Sam?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you were already working on that, right, Paulo? On the hatch, and I don't know which were the state of your, if you were almost going to finish it or not.
Yeah, I was planning to test the changes tomorrow. Deploy the new hatch and test the front end. So by tomorrow, I'll be free to do other stuff.
Well,
Okay,
and that test that test will also be very helpful for the impact hours if you can get the impact hours working.
Yeah.
If you can close the hatch.
Okay, I will need your help with that, Sam.
Yeah. Let's try to fix that. To fix the code first, and then we can dedicate the rest of the week to document.
Okay.
Okay. So when are you guys gonna meet tomorrow then?
I think that Gabi is going to be up later, but we two are in the same time zone.
Yeah, the meeting with Gabi, I think it's 8 o'clock Central European time, so that we can have a meeting much earlier.
Yeah, much earlier.
Do you guys want to agree on a time now? Or?
I will. If in the morning I'm better, I will text you.
Okay.
If not, I will tell you I'm still so ill.
Cool.
Great.
So I see this readapt the marketplace app to live without the hatch. Is that necessary right now? Or is that something we can move to backline?
I didn't see it. The marketplace app?
Yeah, readapt the marketplace app to live without the hatch.
No,
It's
this
done.
is not done yet. No, it's not done yet. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking on another thing. Yeah, it's not done yet.
Is it something we can live without?
Not for the migration, but can live without that for now, for this week at least.
Okay, great. It does not block the hatch freeze. Because it's nice to have one goal, And let's just see if we can hit this one goal. Well, we kind of have two goals. Let's try to get the Celeste team to love us. And then second goal, or actually that's the second goal. The first goal, hatch freeze. Give the ability, this might be a blocker. I don't think it is. I think we can creative solution around it, but there is a a desire to be able to create a non-transferable token, start with a non-transferable token, and then upgrade it to a transferable token. I think that could be done just via a token manager, right? And the bonding curve freeze. But it'd be really nice. What?
That's very important to have it clear, because the token manager needs an update in order to be able to make tokens transferable.
Yeah.
But we are already creating a new token.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So what the easy way to do that is that the tech age token, the token in the hatch, is not transferable, but the vote creates a new token that is transferable.
Okay.
That's the easy way in which we don't need to change anything.
Yeah.
But if we want to do that once the new DAO is deployed, we can also do that later.
If let's say that a new DAO, we do the new DAO, the commons upgrade, and they start out with it not transferable. And we do nothing. How would they make the token transferable after that? They would just make a new token for it, right? Like,
No. There are two things here. One is that because we are doing a migration of a DAO.
I'm sorry, I totally understand you on your point that at the commons upgrade point, they could just say, okay, now the new token is transferable, and end of story.
Mm-hmm.
But if they wanted to start out with the token non-transferable, and then a couple months after the commons upgrade, make it transferable.
Yeah,
what would they have to do?
That is not possible with the current code base, but we can do that. We can do a pull request, and it's accepted in. There are many ways to do that.
I mean, could you just freeze? You could freeze the bonding curve, I guess, pause the bonding curve, and just deploy a new token with the same.
No, that will be very bad. that will be very bad. No. What you can do is to do a token transferable or non-transferable. But the current token manager doesn't allow you to do that. We will need a different token manager.
Okay. Oh, I see though. But this would be an issue for after the hatch. So it does not get in the way because, okay. So this can be done. This does not block the hatch freeze. Right?
Exactly.
Because we can use the old token. Okay. So I made this issue for you, Paulo. But it sounds like you and Sam will work on it tomorrow. Test the Impact Hours app.
Yes.
We have improved hatch documentation for auditing. That's definitely in the works. Is there other issues that we need to bring up that would block us from freezing the hatch smart contracts?
Look at that. Node 12 is required in some of the things, and that should be fixed now. Maybe if that was because of probably we can close it.
It sounds like
yeah. Let's review it. Yeah.
Confirm that it's done. That's awesome. Nice work. Was that you, Sam?
No. It was Fabi.
Oh, Fabi. Nice. Thanks, Fabi.
I mean, checking out all the different things that could be failing and finding that it was the font.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And the vote is there, right? Create smart contract for the vote. Yeah, it's there. So, yeah, I think that those are the things.
Okay, cool.
I think that Gabby left a comment on that issue.
Okay, let's check it out.
Oh, it was already.
And Sam, you ended up talking to him about it.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So,
Okay. So he is working on it, and then
I'm not so. I'm quite ill today.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Cool. Then I would say this is complete. I really hope that we can focus on those two main issues. Oh, hey, Will.
Hello.
Just focusing on freezing the hatch and also helping conviction voting UI, which, what do you know, Will's right here. So Fabi said he would love to jump in with Rory and Fabri. Will, do you know the best way he should go about doing that?
Sorry, say again. Someone's interested in working on the. Do you mean on the honeypot stuff with Fabri?
Oh yeah.
Ace. Hello, Fabi. We can. I'll be in touch and we can discuss how to organize that. We have a sprint planning on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. UTC. If you would be free then please come. If not, no worries. We'll work it out outside of there. But I'll send you a message and we'll work out some meeting with Fabri and we'll see what we can do to work together. That would be great. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Any help
Cool. I'll be
is
there.
really very appreciated. Thanks. Sweet.
Cool. Well, I don't think. Did we have any other topics to discuss? Oh, you wanted to do the review of the manifesto, Sam?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
It was so long. Maybe we can together see which are the parts that are more interesting and cut the rest.
Okay, so I'll pass this link in. Put this link in our TE Bridge channel. Oh, geez. Geez, Will, you're popular. You bring a crowd. So yeah, I posted the link in the OneHive TE token engineering channel. It's one of the bridge channels. First is just a simple introduction. Then we talk about our goals. So obviously to build tools that help communities set up gardens economies. To do this, we're working on the marketplace app, the conviction voting app, the Hatch app, and the cultural build to e-commerce. The benefits. So we have bonding curve use case will bring more projects to OneHive. And basically like the power of bonding curves and that no one's really stewarding the bonding curve, the marketplace app. And then we have the value of working with token engineering and common stack and we just kind of, you know, throw down some value adds there, like conviction voting is a common stack idea that has, you know, and we have a lot more to contribute here. The TE community will be also a strategic partnership. And oh yeah, and the common stack is going to bring cultural playbooks that'll make it easy for people to deploy this and create successful economies. And then with the TE Commons as a first user, there will be like mixed funding opportunities. And then, of course, you know, new token economies will be arbitrage opportunities for HoneySwap. So if you have a token bonding curve and HoneySwap, and the prices change, then our bots can find a use case and create more fees. And then, of course, you know, building revolutionary tools to reshape society. This is just like, you know, it's very aligned with the mission on OneHive's website. And then our actual code work, conviction voting, audit, and the improvements to conviction voting that hopefully Fabi will start jumping into. And then integrating Celeste and being part of the OneHive. So those are the main benefits that I've thought about for the manifesto, for the like why the OneHive community should love us. But I don't know if you guys have any others or any thoughts.
I think it's quite long.
I look forward to reading it, but I don't have any thoughts now.
I mean, it's long, but won't people just skim it if they don't care about the title? I mean, I didn't even read it just now.
I'm definitely not opposed to reading it. It might be useful to have a too long didn't read or not read somewhere, maybe at the top with just like bullet points for each. But I'll certainly read it all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a rehash of stuff you might have already too, Will, so you should be able to go through it pretty quickly. I would say, you know, let me make sure. I'll put this in comment mode, yeah. So feel free to tear it apart too, you know. And I've been working on a response to your post in our continuing in our thing. Will, I just didn't finish it yet.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay. Well, so here's the milestones and bullet points. Comms person, integrating user testing feedback from the hatch, doing the commons upgrade, full test coverage and freezing the contracts, modeling the hatch in CAD and proposing parameters, having like a cool way to propose parameters, integrating feedback from the user testing for the bonding curve and conviction voting apps, and then doing dress rehearsal and the TEC launch, and then upgrading to a commons. Hopefully the TEC will upgrade to a commons, and then learning from that experience and making upgrades, and then inviting other communities to use the template. So that's milestones. Expected delivery, a while. So final template should be ready by April. And then, of course, after that, we'll learn so much that we'll want to integrate things and change things. Working styles in
This is part
Discord.
of this is part of the second. I mean, I was a bit confused with the manifestos on TEC because they are manifestos for the working groups, and we and Evie was asking me, let's do a manifesto for that, and some of the it is going to be the manifesto for that, right?
It is. It's kind of a dual purpose. I see it as the Garden Swarms manifesto. And the Garden Swarm is living in both worlds, right? It's in the part of the TEC, but we lost ourselves as part of the TEC. So now we have to be part of One Hive, and we have to remember that we're also part of One Hive. So I saw this as more of like, this is the Garden Swarm manifesto, and it's something that we should be able to show to One Hive as well, to say like, this is what we're trying to do.
Yeah, what I say is that depending on which is the purpose, if we want to do what is a manifesto, we probably want to have which is the ethos of the project, and not the milestones or the deliverable, or like what a garden is and which are our beginnings. If we publish it in the One Hive wiki, probably the last part of it is not that interesting. The last part of the document.
The who's in it and how the funds are used?
Yeah, because this is part of the funding proposals, or the working style. Yeah, working style probably is good because we are.
Yeah,
We are.
I guess the thought here is it's also for onboarding contributors to the project and just like giving people an overview of what we're trying to do. Maybe manifesto isn't the right word. Maybe it's Garden Swarm onboarding document. But then also also the One Hive purposes included.
Okay, yeah. I don't have better feedback.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking that we would put this somewhere on it would go somewhere on the One Hive wiki. That was definitely the intended thought, and it kind of did get this. I mean, we could take this middle part out, this whole middle part out. Benefits here. I mean, if I was going to cut something and make it shorter and easier to read, that would be it. And I'll just add it here.
Okay.
At the bottom. Yeah, and maybe I kind of like what you're saying here. Maybe we can bold this and like.
Come on.
Well, it's kind of, this is like the ethos, right?
Yeah, that was I was referring. That a manifesto should be something that it's not going to change so much, or you will be able to read it in 1 year and it will still be relevant.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then it's probably like.
What I would put in the wiki should be things that in 1 year they are still relevant.
Yeah, maybe manifesto isn't the right word. Garden Swarm roadmap.
I think in the wiki the different garden swarm they appear as swarms.
I mean, on the wiki, we have a section for details about swarms and the members and like the kind of organizational structure of the swarm. And then we'll have a separate section which is dedicated to the purpose of gardens, if that's what you're referring to. Like details of the team and stuff and funding and stuff goes in a separate section, as I think you've seen already.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's already worked on it anyway.
Yeah, we updated that to an extent. Okay, cool. Well, oh man, I lost track of time. I'm really sorry, guys. I see that we're 6 minutes over. Well, thank you for hanging out. Yeah. Do you guys have any final thoughts? Maybe we'll just do a quick closing round. Thank you for hanging out. It's always fun to align. I think we have a really solid goal this week of freezing the hatch. We got to freeze the hatch so that Audrey can review it. And then the other thing that I meant to mention is that I'm going to work with Chewy on improving the comms for Garden Swarm. And I'll pass it to you, Fabi.
I wanted to thank you in this case, I mean, for Rodri that is not here, but he was helping me so much the last week. And we could fix a bug that was blocking us on the Tech UI. I'm really happy to join to the to One Hive team to start helping them on the conviction voting UI. I'll pass it to Paulo.
Yeah, I would like to say a big thank you to Gabi too. He's been really awesome helping me with the issues related to the hatch, and looking forward to work on the impact hours tomorrow with Sam and Gabi. I'll pass it to SM.
Yeah, as a closing round, I am happy that I will try to rest now. I am a bit overwhelmed, and I think that it's also affecting me. But I will try to rest now, and I am quite relieved that we will be working on that together, and things go ahead, even if I am not. For example, even if I am ill, things still go on, and I kind of feel the pressure, but at the same time, I know that I have a lot of I have my back covered, so I'm so happy for that. I pass it to Septi.
Thank you, Sam. I think it's amazing. Like also the working together with Celeste. I think that community sharing. I think that improved the DAO system as well. Like it creates relationship between DAOs, which is amazing to see how it works in future. And one thing I wanted to say is like I didn't see any member of One Hive, and we were talking like maybe they want the bot. Maybe I can choose give it to them so they upload to the YouTube channel, or if just that not needed. What do you say, Will?
Hello. I don't know what you normally say at this point, but I guess it's just to wrap up. Yeah, I guess I'm generally looking forward to reading the that document that Griff has kind of outlined, and I'm looking forward to working with Fabi maybe on some of the honeypot stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Will. And James, did you have anything you wanted to say since you're here? Just mute and unmute a few times, like honking a horn or something. Cool. Well, thank you guys, and I'll see you next week and talk to you in the chats.